Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Gerald, Sound Keys. I am a Sacramento, California based music producer, recording engineer, mixing engineer, music executive, all the things that you can think of when it comes down to making great music and helping people while doing it. Um, Thank you to the team that has brought me on here to talk to you guys. Um, Today, I really want to discuss a very important topic, and it's called Be Careful What You Wish For. The thing about being careful what you wish for in this music business is that we all get into it with a very, very ambitious and passionate dream of becoming an artist, a manager, a producer, an executive. Even in all fields of entertainment, we have different various reasons why we get into things and trying to reach that level of superstardom and success. And so along my way, I've learned so much that I never would have thought about when it came to success and all the different accomplishments that I've been able to um, garner for myself. And when it was just a dream, I'm pretty much going to let you guys in on a lot of things that I didn't think about and how I went through them and how I've been able to get to where I'm at now. So let's go on this ride together. I think I want to start off by really letting people know that in this industry of entertainment, it's very important to always be a trusted resource. Um, and the way that ties into our conversation today is I didn't realize that when I was getting to the end, that my ambitions and my dreams were going to pretty much be based upon how much I could give to people, how much I could sharpen my skills in order to serve people. And so throughout my journey, starting at the age of 16, I started serving in the church through audiovisual. My dad's a musician, had a lot of musician friends, and I personally wanted to be a rapper because that's what we do here in America. At a young age, we want a dream to be on the big screen and see everything, and see ourselves on everything, and have our friends yelling our names and representing and being like, yeah, 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 that's my friend. He's super rich and super famous and all that kind of stuff. And so, what I had to learn through transitioning from being a rapper to engineering and being very technical and being very nerdy, if you will, with creating and how things are created, I was able to really dive into how can these tools that I'm able to garner with engineering help other creatives. And once I got into that, it was pretty much all uphill and a little bit of downhill. Um, we get to a point in my career where from 16 to through 18, I literally am just dreaming as big as I can, absorbing as much information as I can, trying to be around as many people as I can in order to accomplish certain small tasks. Meaning going from mixing live sound inside of a church to wanting to record a song and play it back on a CD in the car and be like, yeah, I had something to do with that. It took a lot of putting myself in position. So for myself, able to attend a community college that had a music program and an audio engineering program. And that's where I was able to learn the basic skills to be a professional from a technical standpoint, how to plug things in, how to use microphones, how to work with artists, how to be in a room full of people and knowing how to step up and step back at the same time. It was a very pivotal thing. So anybody getting into this, I think the first piece of advice I would give anybody is to understand to become a trusted resource, because once you're able to be good at what you do and you're able to help other people be good at what they do through what you do in service, you will have an abundant of success. You will be building not just success from a monetary standpoint, but great karma and great relationships. So I definitely want you to take that into consideration when you're on your journey. Um, One thing that I've learned, and I always tell young people, is that you'll make it if you just keep going, no matter how hard the road is. And to give you more backstory on myself, once I was able to achieve a certain level of success with engineering, and not high level success, just local success, being in Sacramento, being somebody that is a a servant in that space, I was able to start recording talent around all my friends that wanted to, start doing this and wanted to hear themselves in a different light and, help their dreams go further. To accomplish that and have success in that, that was a real motivation for me, and not by the fact that I'm not making the big dollar. I'm not in the big cities or anything of that nature. And so um, I put that as like my marker for every time I did something, it would be the battery being refilled in my back. And I appreciate those days more than ever now, because being in the position of chief of production for Ludacris, everything that I'm doing is about helping evolve and elevate a superstar and somebody that I've always looked up to as a fan and as an idol, somebody that I always wanted to know and meet. And that's, helped me be successful amongst all the other artists, major artists that I've worked with. Um, do as much as you can to deposit into your dreams. That that means choosing to focus and develop your craft instead of having a huge social life. Um, a lot of times in my journey, when my friends were going out and partying in our college years and post high school years, I stayed home. I invested my money into building a studio at my parents' house in high school and fresh out of high school, so that I could spend my time becoming the person that I wanted to become, always doing everything I could every day to deposit as much as I could into my dream. I live by a 1% rule, meaning that every day, if you can put a minimum of 1% into your dream, 365 days later, you'll be 365% better than you were that time you started making those decisions to deposit into yourself at a 1% rate. Now, if you're able to do, 20% a day, a couple days here and there, sky's the limit on where you can go. So always take that into consideration when you're really trying to, you know, go hard in your journey, whatever that is, whatever division that is. Um, I always say never let go of your foundation, because that's a very important thing for you to do, is hold on to the people that care for you, the people that love you, the people that support you, even the people that may be naysayers out of love and protection because they don't understand or they never seen somebody do what you're trying to accomplish. A lot of times you're going to seem crazy, you're going to seem insane, especially when the odds are stacked against you and you keep persevering and you keep choosing to push and your ambition over over going out and having a good time. Um, it's going to mean a lot later on, because those people will see your vision and they'll put you at a higher space and a higher respect once they see that, hey, this person actually did what they said they were going to do, despite all the things that were thrown at them. And there's no better feeling than overcoming so many obstacles to reach the point that you truly feel that you knew that you were supposed to be at, and that was placed on your heart. Um, the tough things, the things that you have to be careful that can trick you out of your dream. Um, Being broke, being sometimes homeless, being confused, being in a state of confusion, not knowing how to pivot or what your next move is, as things change in the industry that you're in, it's very, very important to stay connected to your industry no matter what. So in my journey, what I used to do, I would always take a job that was connected to the industry some sort of way. Instead of working a regular job that had nothing to do with the industry just to make money, I would always take less finances in order to put myself in position. A great story I have is when I moved to Los Angeles, just kind of I got fired from the job that I was at teaching music, and I had a car and no job. I had no real financial responsibilities. So I just packed up my car and left and moved to Los Angeles. Only knew a handful of people, literally about 5 people. And I was just going to figure it out. I just knew that no matter what, if I slept in my car and, got up every day and needed to shower and bathrooms and things of that nature, then I would, and that would put me in position. But what I did that was really ingenious that I knew was gonna work for me was I found the the biggest music store in Hollywood, and I applied for a job there, and my skill sets and my knowledge up until that time, had prepared me to be very informative and useful in that space, and so I was able to be hired, and all the people were coming to me, meaning that everybody in Hollywood that was doing something in the music industry that needed equipment, that's where I was. I was the guy that they talked to, and I was able to develop a network very easily. I wasn't making much money. I was still, doing not so good financially, but at least I was there networking and putting myself in new positions and being of service in different ways to be able to build value amongst people. So always understand you can always make money somewhere, but are you making progress towards your goals? That's what you always need to keep in the back of your mind when you're making life decisions, when you're chasing your dreams. Um, I think it's very important to celebrate your victories because what they don't tell you in this industry is that the human side is very important. A lot of times we're just hustle, hustle, hustle. That's the culture that we're in. And it's very important to celebrate when you hit those little milestones, when you're able to work with your first person that you admire, when you're able to create something you never thought that you'd be able to create, when you get an opportunity you've only dreamed of. Celebrate those things. And whatever that means to you, whether it's just taking time to reflect or taking time to, um, you know, really go into the next thing with a confidence that you never had, that's celebratory. Um, it's very important. Um, so I would say be careful what you wish for because it's going to come with hard times. But there's tools, there's YouTube, there's so many different things, networks like this that you're here and part of, to be able to help you navigate because it is not an easy journey. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. But the thing is, it's very select few that are cut to be able to sustain the course and go up the invisible staircase, knowing that they're going to reach the top at some point. And so I truly believe that all of you that are here because you made a decision to join this program and to join this event, I believe all of you have what it takes because this is a choice that you're making and everything's about these micro choices. So all I can say is just keep making amazing choices and be careful what you wish for. My first surreal moment with knowing I was exactly where I was supposed to be and where I wanted to be was my freshman or sophomore year of college. And I had finally made music I was proud of and burned it on a CD and was able to give it to people. And I was able to give it to a DJ, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play it at a club, one of the most renowned clubs in our city at the time for people in my age group." And I was able to go to the club and see the DJ, and the DJ saw me and shouted my name out. and play the music that I had produced and I was actually rapping on and engineering with my friends, and seeing people's reaction from people that I did know and people that I didn't know. That was the first time of me having like, "Oh my god, I'm actually doing what I've always seen in my head." So that was just the first surreal, like, I know I can do this now. Before it was like, I think I can do this, I'm preparing to do this, but now I know I can do this. My next moment was my biggest moment, I could say, of like, man, I can't believe this is my life. It's being very surreal would be the conversation I had with Ludacris. Our first like real conversation of him wanting me to come to Atlanta to work on some projects that he was working on, which happened to be Karma's World, which I produced all the music for and was the associate music supervisor on. Um, that was the first, like, all these years, 10 plus years of working, sacrificing, doing all the things that I've done to try to achieve my goals, it now is paying off at the highest level possible. And somebody that I've always recognized as, a superstar is now asking me to be of service to them to help them create something at that magnitude. And it came with a lot of imposter syndrome at first, but then as I got through the process and just a lot of reassurance, eventually I settled into I'm supposed to be exactly where I'm at and, running with the confidence that anything I do moving forward, I'm going to be great at because I prepared myself to be great. So, yep, that's it.